Hey guys, Tyler here with Revvin Reviews. So today we're going to be talking about a cool car that's been around for quite some time. It's the Corvette made by Chevrolet. The Corvette was one of the first cars to be produced by America that was able to compete against other cars, yet still be a grand tourer. It was able to compete with things like Ferraris, Lamborghinis, things like that, but it still was able to be streetable. You were able to go out for a night, for a day, and just enjoy the car, but at the same time you're able to push it to its limits when it comes to things in performance specs and things like that. We've seen some things when it comes to the new car, the new Corvette that's coming out. We've seen some mid-engine shots and things like that. The mid-engine Corvette will be coming out. We don't know when, but this isn't about that. This is about the active Aero system. Yeah, you heard it, active Aero. If you don't know what active Aero is, basically it's aerodynamics that can be changed on a car. So you see it primarily when it comes to wings on the back of the car. The wing will pop up as an air brake, or it'll go down to have a better aerodynamic efficiency. And then it'll pop up when you need a little bit more downforce in the rear, so that you don't have that big old wing like the Dodge Viper ACR all the time out there. It's unnecessary to have it out all the time if you're not driving it on the track. However, once you start to get into performance and things like that, then once it pops up, that's kind of a nice thing to have. It gives you a little bit of a better edge when it comes to performance and all of that. Chevy's never implemented this on any of their cars. They've never even been interested in implementing this on any of their cars until now. We just saw a patent that was released yesterday. Yesterday. It's a picture with all this technical stuff, explaining stuff, and it gives us a couple things. This is obviously active Aero, so it has a lot of stuff to do with aerodynamics. Actually, it has everything to do with aerodynamics. First off, the most important thing that we see is the ride height. You can change the ride height on the car. So you'll be driving, and all of a sudden the car will lower to get better aerodynamics, and then when you pull up to a stoplight, it'll lift a little bit, and it might even tilt. It might even tilt like this too. So the back might be a little higher or lower, depending on what's needed. It also tells us, the patent at least, also tells us that there's a couple other things that they're adding on to it. The first being a wing. We've never seen a Corvette from the factory with a wing. They've been recently implementing the front splitter and we've seen some rear diffusers aftermarket, but we haven't seen necessarily any rear diffusers from the factory. But this implements all of those, the rear wing, the rear diffuser, and the front splitter, takes all of those things, puts it in one package, and makes those active. So the front splitter can go down and up to suck in air different places. The rear diffuser is able to go down and up as well as an active rear diffuser, as well as the rear wing, obviously. That's going to be very, very, very critical, considering that now we're having the Lamborghini Huracan Performante come out, the McLaren 720 LT, if you will, and then a couple other cars that are really going to give this car a bang for the buck and could even potentially put the Corvette out of business. I don't think it's going to happen because of this, but I'm curious as to what you guys think about this. I'm very, very, very optimistic about this, considering that they're adding a lot of stuff on it. We see some new air intakes and things like that. We also see some cool things on the front fenders. You could see louvers that come out of the hood. It looks like the hood or the fender, and that sucks in air, which will probably bring it down to the brakes to cool off the brakes. So I'm curious as to what you guys think on this. What do you guys think about aerodynamics or active aerodynamics in general? I think that active aerodynamics are extremely critical now that we know them and we're very sufficient in them. We know how to make good systems work for little weight and lower cost. So I think that this is going to work out a lot. But I'm curious as to what you guys think. And then what do you guys think about putting active Aero, which is normally a European deal, and putting that into an American muscle car? I'm curious as to what you guys think, so go ahead and put that in the comments below or give it to our social media accounts. And on that, guys, have a great day.